Today can be the turning point in your life by making a simple decision.
Fundamental questions of navigation. Where am I? Where am I going? And how do I get there from here?
I invite the leaders of our planet to ask themselves these three questions before they make any crucial decisions.
But if you don't make decisions, you're going to stay right where you are.
We are all map makers.
We are in a time of transition.
If we're going to change, we have to change the direction that we're going.
Our planet needs leaders who know where they want to go.
When we change the direction we're going, then we want to make sure we're going in the right direction.
Leaders who can see the big picture.
Because if we're not, we're going to either go backwards or we're going to stay where we are.
Recognizing the psychological and the spiritual shifts and changes that need to be made, often from the inside to the outside.
To be able to shape your future, you have to be willing and able to change your paradigm.
Complex journeys require navigation. The path to the truth is one such journey. This is your GPS. Hairstyling services provided by J.D. Edwards Salon and Spa, Palmdale Shopping Plaza, Madera Street.
Accessories provided by Chevette Williamson Jewelry. Standout jewelry for standout women.
Wardrobe provided by Bahari Bahamas. Visit shopbahari.com. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to GPS Global Paradigm Shift on Glory 93.9 FM. I'm your host, Michelle Malcolm. As always, it's a pleasure to be in your company. Thank you so much for joining me today on this 5th day of July, my birth month. Yay! 2021. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. So I am truly excited and honored to have this lady as the guest on my show today, because she and I have developed quite a friendship, and we also have a professional relationship. And she is also someone that I admire tremendously for her vision and focus and drive. And listen, this woman is a very powerful woman. And she is spearheading an event that is going to bring healing really for the entire African diaspora. It's that big of an event. And I'm just really excited to have her here today, because whenever she is in the room, you know, she's coming with some serious stuff, some heavy nuggets of information. And I'm really excited to have her on board on the show today. This is her second time on GPS, and I am thrilled to have the one and only Dr. Melida Harris Barrow. Let me add her to the stream so you can see her lovely face. There she is. Dr. Melida is the founder and CEO of the 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce. And she is a visionary businesswoman, a connector of dots. She's a woman who brings people together. And she is spearheading through the chamber an event that is designed to bring the children of Africa back home and reconnected to the motherland through linkages, business, and otherwise. And she's planning a major event that's going to be held later this year in Panama, which is her home city. And this event is going to be bringing kings and queens of Africa to Panama, where there will be an event to atone. I'm calling this show today The Road to Atonement. And Dr. Melida is here to talk about this event, as well as the reason why this event is so important, to bring about healing and to bring about linkages that will provide opportunities not just for the diaspora, not just for the children of Africa, but for the mainland, Africa itself. So this is really, I'm calling it a road to atonement, but this could really be the highway to atonement, because what she is doing is she is creating opportunities for back and forth where Africa benefits and we benefit from what Africa has to offer. And so without any further ado, Dr. Melida Harris Barrow, a woman that I admire tremendously. Welcome back to GPS, Doc. Now, I don't know if you're muted, but I can't hear you. So let's get you unmuted. Get your microphone turned on.
There you go. Hello, everyone.
I'm still not hearing her. I'm not sure what's happening from your.
Can you hear me better?
Facebook, can you all hear her? Because I certainly can't. Doesn't any idea why I can't hear her? No, Doc, I don't know what's happening.
I don't know either.
If you have some earphones, maybe you should put in your earphones to see if that makes a difference. Okay. Because we cannot hear you on this end, and we got to hear you. We have to hear what she has to say. Now, clearly, she can hear us okay.
Yes.
But we got to make sure that we can hear what she has to say. So Facebook is saying that they can hear her, Delton. They can hear both of us. It's just me who can't hear her.
No, I can't hear you. Ooh. Oh my God. Yeah, there's a headphone in the back seat. That's okay. Can you guys hear me?
I don't know what's happening. Okay.
I can hear you now. I can hear you.
I can hear you now. Praise
there we go.
Hallelujah. Got to get this sorted out.
The force is not going to stop this.
No, you know better than that. No weapon formed against us shall prosper.
The negative force is not going to stop anything.
The devil is a liar and the truth is not in him.
That's right.
Melida, it's good to see your face, woman. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm blessed. I am so blessed. I don't know what to do with myself.
There's somebody in the Bahamas used to say, if it was any better, I think it's a setup.
I know, right?
So let's talk about this journey of reconciliation of Mother Africa and her diaspora. Tell me about this event.
Oh, yes. This event is global. This event, it's a vision that God gave me. Mm-hmm. This event is actually a journey. That's why we call it Journey of Reconciliation.
Yes.
Of Mother Africa and her diaspora.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important that everyone understand what this is about. It's not an event, it's not a conference, it's not any of those things. It's a journey, because after I'm gone, the journey continues. Mm. The vision that I received from this is that we have to come together finally. Mm-hmm. When we do events in our countries. When we do events just for Africa or just for Latin America. This is global now. The reconciliation now from Mother Africa, we're going to have kings and queens come to the Americas, the Caribbean, through the transatlantic slave route. And the reason this is necessary is because it is time now for us to truly understand what is really happening in the world, especially with people of African diaspora, the African diaspora. Mm-hmm. The reason is, my sister, is that kings also sold us in our region.
Wow.
They also sold us.
Hmm.
So it is time now for our kings and queens to come to the Americas, come to the Caribbean, in order for us now to begin something new. And what I am saying by the newness is to really come and atone of what happened during that time. We cannot continue to move on in the world and pretend that nothing happened. We keep talking about the same thing over and over and over again. You know why? No reconciliation, no atonement. We're stuck in time. And we're going to stuck forever until our kings and queens come to us and say, I am sorry for what my ancestors did to you. You see, we always need to one of the things that's important, we need a closure. There is no closure. And one of the things that I realize is that the reason that there's no closure because our brothers and sisters from Africa have not atoned. You might say, well, atone for what? What do they need to say, I am sorry for what the ancestors did? It wasn't just Europeans going in India and I'm sorry, not India, but the Arabs going into the continent and enslaving us. No, we were part of it as well. Africans was part of this.
Mm-hmm.
So it is time now to come together and say, I am sorry for selling my children the things that my ancestors did. You see? Mm-hmm. So when that happens, now we will be able to continue a journey, not to continue, but to begin a new journey.
Yes.
You understand? We need to begin a new journey, and we keep talking about the same thing. It's good that we research. It's good that we know. We need to know our history. Because let me tell you guys something. In Latin America and the Caribbean, we don't know who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Because we keep saying that it starts from slavery. No, it doesn't start from slavery. It's beyond. So my kings and queens, you have to come now to our region. Not all the time saying, come and rebuild Africa.
Mm-hmm.
In order to rebuild Africa, you have to understand what we went through. Slavery was brutal. So how can I go and build something I don't know about?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How can I go in a continent to build something when you have not come to us and say, we're sorry, let's start over with this new generation?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is going to continue to happen. Everybody can't go to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
So it is time now for them to come here.
Yeah.
You understand?
This is so powerful.
Yeah.
Melida, this is so powerful. And one of the reasons why I think it's so powerful is because when we hear about reparations, reconciliation and all this kind of thing, usually the first thing that comes to mind is, the white man oppressed us, our ancestors and slavery and all this kind of stuff. But your point is, listen, Africans helped to sell Africans out to create that slave trade. And so this goes even further back than just the ravages of slavery, but this goes even further back to the beginning, where our own people were instrumental in selling their fellow man out to become slaves. And quite frankly, I say it all the time to clients, as a health coach, I often come across clients who are in denial. And they would say, well, the doctor tells me I have diabetes, but I'm not accepting that. And I always say to them, you cannot fix what you do not acknowledge.
That's right.
And the same thing applies here, because I think a part of the brokenness is the fact that we have not acknowledged the role that the people of Africa, their ancestors, played in enslaving their brothers and sisters. You cannot fix what you do not acknowledge.
And you cannot fix what you don't know.
Mm.
You cannot fix what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing. This is the thing. When I was growing up, they did not teach us anything about slavery. I'm sorry, about, no, I'm right, about slavery.
Mm-hmm.
They did not teach us anything about Africa. Till today, I am speaking to ministers in our government in Panama,
Mm-hmm.
and they said, we did not know they still exist.
Wow.
Because we were not taught our history.
Mm-hmm.
And let me say this to all of you. It is time now for us to know who we are and not always having Europeans or everyone else to tell us who we are. We have to know who we are. And this is why I started this journey. The journey, when we connect, it's time for us to start doing business with each other. It's time for us to start sharing our culture with each other. It is time now for us to build, you understand, with each other. That's why I created the 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce, and we're going to come into that later on. But one of the things that I've recognized in the last 2 weeks, being back home, no one that I've spoken to, no one knows anything that the kings and queens in Africa still exist.
My God.
They don't know. Everyone I've spoken to, no, I did not know. That's blacks, whites. They don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So now I understand why we are in a situation that we're in. Africa have been taught about France and UK and everywhere else. They never, ever was educated about us in our region. When they speak about Latin America, Mexico, and Brazil, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Whomever colonialized you, that's where you go. That's where you do business. That's where you take your vacation. That's where you go to the hospital. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know us. So that's going to change in May of 2022, 18th through the 25th. We are going to know each other throughout the world because this is going to be done through the internet. Everybody's going to see what we're going to do. They're going to see the ceremony. They're going to do everything. But this is the other thing I just want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I was just on a show with Idol Network International, and I was asked, why is it, Dr. Barrow, that you prefer somewhat the kings and queens to come to do this? Why not the government? Well, you see, the government is not always there. And the government back then didn't do this. It was the kings and queens.
Yes.
So I can't go with what people are telling me. I have to go with the vision.
Yes.
It is the kings and queens have to come and atone with us. And many people don't even have the knowledge or the understanding of why they atoning to us.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they coming to say they're sorry or to build together? They don't even know on our side. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because we think everything is okay, but yet we're catching hell. But we don't know why we're catching hell. We don't know who we are.
My goodness.
That's why we're catching hell.
How many kings and queens are going to be participating in this event?
But thus far, we have about 15.
Okay.
15. If I get one, I'm happy.
Yes.
If I get one, I'm happy.
They're representing tribes from...
They're representing different countries. They're representing Nigeria. They're representing Ghana, Uganda, the Congo, Kenya, and I can go on and on. These kings are representing certain regions in Africa. Yes, yes.
Now, just so we get a scope of what we're talking about here, IDO Network has 14 million people in its network.
Yes.
So we're not talking some little, NGO.
Yes.
This is a very powerful gathering.
Yes.
Of kings and queens representing many nations across Africa. Over 14 million people as part of that network.
Right.
And they have partnered with the 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce to bring about I guess, take the first step towards the journey of atonement? Because we know that every journey begins with that first step.
That's
And
right.
I like the way you put it, that this is not just an event, because, you could say, oh, we're going to have this event and then, we're done. No,
It
this is the first
continues.
step towards a continuous journey
Exactly.
to bring about this
Exactly. And not
reconciliation.
only that, though, but we're doing it we're going to have this journey in Panama. And then we're going to the United States, and then we come into the Caribbean, and then actually we're going to the UK, because as you know, there's a lot of people of African descent there. They're coming from the Caribbean. They came from Haiti and different places, and we're going to have it in the UK next time. We're thinking we're going to have it in the UK. That might change, but this is a journey. We're going to go even to Australia, to our brothers in the Aborigines, in Hawaii, in Fiji. You know why? Because they are also oppressed. So our natives of the land throughout the Americas, they will also be there at this event. Yes, it is time. It's a global healing. That's what it is. This is a global healing. We need healing. That's important. And if we don't get that healing, then we are going to have issues. Continue. This can go another 400 years of slavery.
Yes.
If we don't do something.
And what people need to realize, the importance of healing. If you use the body as an example, if there has been some kind of trauma and you do not take the time to ensure that that is properly healed, you could be walking around debilitated for the rest of your life because you didn't take the time to ensure that that wound properly healed. And I want you to apply that to what we are discussing today, which is that relationship between Africa and the diaspora. There is no doubt that slavery was a very deep wound. And there are some studies that show that the pain inflicted over those 400 years actually went into the DNA and passed from generation to generation to generation. So you are talking about something that is still impacting our people today, all of these many years after the abolition of slavery, because of the depth of that wound. And if we don't take the time to look this in the face, to deal with this once and for all, and to do what we need to do to bring about that healing, we will continue to birth children who are debilitated because of the unhealed wound. Would you agree, Doc?
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. The suffering is so, it's so deep within us. We are still doing things from slavery.
Yes.
We're still living the way we live from slavery. So this is why I need to say this. It has to stop now. If it doesn't stop now, it's going to get worse. You see? So we cannot continue to live the way that we're living. We're still eating the same things, the guts of the pig, the guts of the foot of the cow. I mean, we're still doing the same thing. That's why our health is the way it is. You see? So we have to change the mindset of the people, because I visited Africa, and we sometimes treat each other so bad. But when a European comes around with, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, sir. Why do you think you do that? Why do you think that you do that? What's in you that makes you function in that manner? In Africa, worst. Someone have oppressed you for centuries, but you still go to you still go to Europe, you go to France, you go to all over, and guess what you do? You are empowering your enemy. You know why? You shop there, you go to the hospital there, you vacation there, you do business there, but you don't do business with me. You see, that has to change. But it's because you don't know we exist on this side of the world. So now it's time for us to educate each other.
Hmm.
Yes,
You know,
Eva.
one of the things that slavery did so effectively was taught us how to mistrust each other. Um, and it was all about pleasing the massa and making sure massa was happy, because if massa's happy, that's less licks I can take across my back. And so if that means throwing you under the bus, I can throw you under the bus, because I just got to make sure that I am in good standing with massa. And the thing is, even today, the exploitation continues as it relates to what you just talked about, and the way the colonizers continue to exploit Africa. I mean, I was very relieved the other day to see an African leader tell his Swiss counterparts that we will no longer sell you our cocoa for nothing, for you to go and make chocolate and sell your chocolate at high rates, and my people continue to suffer. So we can start producing our own chocolate. You want to partner with us? You come to my country and we can make chocolate here. But we are no longer going to sell you our raw material to make you rich. And, I came across a couple of months ago a video of a lecturer in talking to students in the UK. And one of the things that he said was that there is an all-out global effort to keep Africa poor, because we need all of their materials, all of their natural resources for us to be comfortable. So we can't let them know the value of what they have. We got to keep them poor so we could have a better life. So this is not accidental. And what you're saying makes a lot of sense, that we need to start learning how to trust each other. Stop going back to the same people who colonized you, the same people who still exploiting you, and treating them as, the priority when it comes to business, and now come back home to your own children and learn to work together so that we can uplift each other. And I would think that is what this event is this event and this journey is designed to do. All right, you're muted again.
Yes, I agree with you. I need a 1 minute
Yes.
because my battery is getting low and I need to
What we'll do is we'll take a commercial break. The commercial break is going to give you about 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. So that'll give you time to do what you got to do. So let's do that now. Let's take this commercial break, and then on the other side of the break, we'll continue the conversation with Dr. Melida Harris Barrow, who is the founder and CEO of the 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce, planning an atonement event, bringing the kings and queens of Africa to Panama to say, we want to atone with you, our children, for what our ancestors did to your ancestors. And this is going to be a very powerful event. We're going to talk more about that on the other side of the break. This is GPS on Glory 93.9 FM. I'm Michelle Malcolm. Stay with us.
Listen to Glory 93.9 FM for the best mix of traditional, classic, country, contemporary, and Caribbean gospel in New Providence, Bahamas.
Dress, hats off, looking like I walked out of catalog. Everybody wanna know where I got it from. Catwalk, boutique, where we make fashion statements. Catwalk, boutique, where we make fashion statements.
For the latest styles in women's clothing and accessories, visit Catwalk Boutique on Robertson Road East at the Helron Plaza. At Catwalk Boutique, we make fashion statements.
For all your building needs, it's Carib Construction and Project Management on Gladstone Road. We build it all: schools, homes, hotels, and more, including structures requiring a Phase 3 electrical contractor. We also provide project management services. The first step towards your dream building begins at Carib Construction and Project Management. Call us at 376-1556 or 341-4466.
Executive Printers is your one-stop shop for all your branding and customization needs. Letterheads, envelopes, business cards, invoices, share and gift certificates, rubber stamps, vouchers, funeral programs, brochures, flyers, banners, and promotional items like mugs, water bottles, mouse pads, and key rings, all with personable service and great quality. No project is too small or too large. For great turnaround and competitive pricing, make an executive decision. Call us at 393-5011.
At Lee Air, safety is our #1 priority. Flying since 1996, we offer scheduled flights into Fresh Creek and Mangrove Key Andros and Great Harbor Key, Berry Island, twice daily, 7 days a week. Affordable charter services are also available to anywhere in the Bahamas and the Caribbean. Lee Air Charter Services. Call 225-3267, 702-7127, or 322-1317 for reservations.
Your body's immune system is under constant pressure from things like stress, lack of exercise, and toxins in the environment. It's crucial to be proactive and support your immune system with the nutrients it needs to function effectively. But it's often hard to get these nutrients from food alone. Introducing fast-acting Zinc Plus Immune Support by Longevity. Unlike zinc-only supplements, Zinc Plus Immune Support builds on the proven power of zinc and adds complementary nutrients to give your immune system extra support. Vitamin D helps balance the effects of zinc, while our proprietary blend of natural fruit and root extracts provides the extra help your immune system needs to work against daily stressors. And we've included Longevity's exclusive plant-derived minerals to give your body the minerals it needs, but can't get from food alone. And because Zinc Plus Immune Support is delivered in a great-tasting, sugar-free, berry-flavored lozenge, it encourages quicker absorption of all these nutrients into your body. Zinc Plus Immune Support. Zinc plus the extra support your body needs to promote a healthy immune system. To learn more, contact your Longevity associate.
This portion of GPS is brought to you by Alive. Alive. Believe in best. And by Tropical Gyros. Not just good food, it's an experience.
And we are back. Welcome back to GPS Global Paradigm Shift on Glory 93.9 FM. I'm your host, Michelle Malcolm. My guest today is Melida Harris Barrow. She is the founder and CEO of the 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce. And I'm just giving her a moment to get her things set up. I think she's ready now. So let's go ahead and add her back to the stream.
Yes.
Okay, good. There you are. All right. So we are talking today about the journey of atonement and the fact that Dr. Melida is planning as the first step in this journey an event which will bring together the kings and queens of Africa. Yes, they don't just exist in the movies, but there are kings and queens in Africa today who will be a part of this journey of atonement as she looks to bring together the kings and queens of Africa to acknowledge the role that kings and queens played in selling Africans into slavery as the beginning of the journey to heal. And so an event is being planned that will be held in Panama, but will be streamed internationally so that everybody will be able to tune in and be a part of this historic event. And this is more than just a ceremonial thing. But as we would have heard in the first segment of the show, this is designed to also encourage trade and industry between Africa and her children. So it's not just the Europeans and the persons of lighter hue who benefit from from all of the riches that Africa has to offer, but it is her children who will benefit first and foremost, and the African continent as well, to benefit from what is out there as it relates to linkages and business opportunities for both. And so that is what we're talking about today. Now, tell us a little bit about the first event, Doc, what that will look like and what the opportunities will be for those who choose to participate.
When I hear an echo.
You might. It might help if you put on your earplugs. I'm not sure if you have them on.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Yes. One of the things that we're going to do first is once the kings and queens come to Panama, we are going to have them, we're going to present them to the government of Panama. One of the great things is this.
Doc, do you have your earplugs nearby?
No, actually I don't, but I think I might know what's happening. I might be in twice.
Okay, because our Facebook audience is complaining that they're getting a lot of feedback.
Okay, let me come out and come back in. I'm sorry about that. Okay.
That's okay. So let's let Dr. Melida work on her. And in the meantime, while we're waiting for the come back in, I'll air a couple of your Facebook comments. Let's see what you have to say. So Kenley says, just waiting for it to come up. Yes, in the essence of Mama Chichamba, I hope that I pronounced that right, both sides must reconcile. Agreed. Gifted says, united we stand. And Isaac says, yes, parts of Africa are better than the best modern cities in the world. Anton says, for too many years, the Europeans have tried to cast a negative stigma on Africa while they raped your people's land and resources. Africa is the richest continent in the world. In fact, its resources keep the world afloat. This is true. This is why they're trying to keep them poor, because if they figure out what they got, then the standard of living will diminish for those who are raping those natural resources. Isaac says, they always highlight the bad and poor parts of Africa, just like they do Haiti. It's all politics. So let's go to another comment from Anton. Anton says, Sankofa, retrieve. How do we know where we are going if we know not from whence we came? A great and important initiative for the African diaspora, simply timely and excellent. And Isaac says again, let's see here. Mental healing has been proven to heal chronic illnesses in the body. Oh, yeah. Mindset is a serious thing. Very serious thing. Let's see. Isaac says, Michelle, you and the doctor must not forget Gaddafi. This all started with him, and he died for the liberation of the African people. Do you know the story of how Africa got their first satellite launch and cut out the Europeans? Ronnie says, what a show. Now, this is powerful. And Anton says, real talk, Michelle, we need to be our brothers and sisters keepers in the African diaspora. There is power and strength in unity, for sure. Let's see. Let's get a new comment. This one is from John. John says, African is our ancestral motherland that will never be got away. I think he meant to say taken away from us forever. Therefore, standing up together, because the easiest thing to do is to do by us for the good of our children and grandchildren. All right. And Jamila says, with all due respect to you and your guests, however, we did not all come from Africa or were a product of slavery. We were here before Columbus came, and we're still here. The research has been done. Less than 500,000 people were taken from the west coast of Africa. Nonetheless, I support our efforts to bring out the truth. Well, people were here before Columbus for sure, but he pretty much wiped them out. And the majority of people who are here now, not saying all of them, but certainly the majority of people who are here now are descendants of Africa. Yeah, Columbus did a good job at wiping out the people he found here. So some Bahamians are of European descent, and some from the Americas, and but the majority of our people are most certainly of African descent, and so we cannot deny that. I'm not saying that it's everybody, but certainly the majority of people. So this event, and I'm hoping that Dr. Melida signs back on quickly, because I want her to tell us a little bit more about what this event will look like and how persons who are interested in being a part of it.
Can you hear me better now?
We can hear you. My Facebook audience will have to let me know if there's any feedback. Because
can you guys hear me, Facebook? I think I'm better now. I don't hear the echo.
Okay, great. All right. So let's talk about the event itself and what that's going to look like.
Okay. Number one, Oh no, I still hear the echo. I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah, there's an echo.
Facebook is saying that they can hear you. I'm not
Oh,
getting any.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Well, the first event, the first, it's 7 days. It's going to be 18 through the 25th of May. And the first day, I have to say this first, the government of Panama, I believe that finally they're going to sponsor the program.
Fantastic.
All the ministers of Panama
Mm-hmm.
agree with the program, with the event, because they know that this is important. Also, the next thing is that the first day is going to be the meet and greet with the president of Panama. The second day, we are going to have the businesses. The second day, the third day is business. Why is it business? It's business because, again, Africa don't know anything hardly about Panama. They don't know about the second largest free zone in the world. They barely know about the opportunities with the Panama Canal and many opportunities that we have in Panama. Also, they don't know that we also have minerals in Panama. So there's a lot of reason why we're not connected for that very reason in order to do business with each other. So the second day, Panama is going to present the business opportunities that we have in our countries, in our country. And then we also going to have other business people from all over the world is going to be there. And then they will be able to exchange with each other, exchange with Africa, exchange in the Americas, in the Caribbean, and the rest of the world. This is important. Why? Because for many centuries, Africa was already doing business in the Americas, in the Caribbean, etc. So what we have to do is bring back what we have already done. We did it before. Why can't we do it now? We're not doing it now because the education that we receive from Europeans, from our oppressors all over the world, taught us that no, you're going to do business. Whomever colonialized you, that's who you're going to do business with. We're getting ready to change that. We're getting ready to let the world know you can do business wherever you want. But because of the lack of knowledge, we're not doing business with each other. There's a lot of reasons for that too, and I'm going to throw this in before I go to the next day. No, let me go through that first, and then I'll come back. I think that's better. Then we're going to have a gala cultural event. What does that mean? We are going to show the world that we are similar. You know, all the culture, everything that's African culture, in spite, listen to this, in spite of all these 400 plus years, we still got it. We still have the country. We got it. We never really lost it.
This is true.
We are celebrating things. We are actually, when I look at Nicaragua and Belize and Panama and all these countries, we are celebrating our African culture, dances, gastronomy, all these things, you see, and healing. Because back in the days, we didn't take medicines, you know. Mama would go out in the yard and pick some kind of stuff and put it together. And
we still believe in bush medicine here in the Bahamas. Yeah.
Exactly. So the gala and the cult of culture is going to be presented. Also, we're going to have tours in Panama. We are going to meet the natives in Panama for us to also reconnect the natives of the land in Panama. You see? So all those things we're going to be doing. And one of the most important thing is the ceremony between our African queens and African kings. We are going to have that ceremony. That's going to be a surprise for everyone because that African ceremony is not to be explained now. When you get there, you are going to see what God always wanted for us to be together.
Wow.
You have to be there in order to see this. And those of you that cannot be there, we are going to air this worldwide. because that's important for everyone to see how connected we are spiritually. So now we have to come now, you see, in the body. We have to come and celebrate who we are and not what everyone told us who we are at this point. So those are going to be all of the events that's going to be taking place. And there's going to be some more as we're going. There's definitely going to be some more. So it's 7 days of actual events. And I tell you, I'm so excited. And I think I believe and I know that others, because everyone that I've mentioned this to, they said, it's time. It's time for us to do this because we're in pain and we need that healing. And those, you know, and I want to say this to those of you that knows that, yes, the kings and queens sold their children, da, 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 da. But you know what's more important? Their children are now coming to atone for what their forefathers have done. That's special. That's really special. That's what we need to focus on. You see, that now we realize that we need to come together and talk about the history, because also Africans do not know much about slavery. I discovered that as well.
Yeah.
You see. So I think it's so important now for us now to come together. You see, because everyone wants to unite, but they don't know how, you know. Now is the day. Now is the time to do so.
Powerful indeed. I have a comment that this is in Spanish, so I'm going to do my best with pronunciation. This is from Hernandez Gabriel, and Hernandez says, "Saludo desde República Dominicana. Bendiciones, mi amiga." Translate.
Oh, I know Hernandez. He says, "Blessing to me, his friends." Yes, his friend.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much
Hola,
from
Hernandez.
all the way from Dominica, the
Dominican Republic. Yes.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We have people in from Africa, Dominican Republic, all over the world, really. Thank you so much for tuning in. Isaac says, this is exactly why COVID hasn't affected the Caribbean drastically. Most of us eat a lot of natural products and drink.
That's right. That's
well,
right.
you know, speaking of which, when I first traveled to Africa, because I've had the opportunity to travel to the continent twice, both times to visit South Africa, and it was such a surreal experience. I remember on one of the trips, they took us to the village where Nelson Mandela grew up, and they had an entire spread there for us. And I remembered the food was called something different, but it was exactly what I eat in the Bahamas.
Yes.
And I was tripping. I was like, "Oh my God, we eat this in the Bahamas! Oh my God, oh my God!" And then they brought in a youth choir to perform for us in their language, and they all formed this circle and they started to sing this song in their language, and they were dancing around in this circle. And I turned to my cousin who was with me on the trip, my cousin Heidi, and I said, "My God, Heidi, this is like here in the Bahamas, we have this thing in the family island churches, especially what they call Russian, where you rush around the church and you sing these songs. And it was the same movement, the same songs, just in a different language. And it was just so surreal to experience that. And I said, wow, this is really home.
Yes.
Because as you said, in spite of all of the efforts to stamp out our identity,
we kept our culture.
We were still able to hold on to so much of that culture. Here in the Bahamas, Junkanoo is our biggest form of cultural expression. And I remember when Nelson Mandela came to visit us, and I had an opportunity to interview him while we were on Bay Street at the Junkanoo Parade. And I asked him, "What do you think of our Junkanoo celebration?" And he said to me, "The beat that I'm hearing here today is the same beat, the drum beat, the same beat that I hear in Africa." And so it just shows you the strength of that culture and the strength of our ancestors to hold on to whatever they could to not completely lose their identity.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so this is why I think that cultural aspect of your program is extremely important.
It's very important because I even watch the Garifunas from Guatemala, they from Belize and all these places, regions. When I watch the culture there, the dance, the music, the playing the drums, it's like I'm in Nigeria or in Ghana, somewhere else. I think that is so important that watching that, but we don't have the connection where it's coming from. You see, we are beating the drums, but we don't know the significance of why we're beating the drums.
Wow.
You see, we are dancing. You know, when women and men dance in the church back in slavery and they jumping up and they, that's a form of releasing oppression. We call it the jump up church. But what we don't realize is that when you are oppressed in that way, and when you are in church reaching out to God, you are going to have that movement because of who we are. It's very spiritual. And I come to realize there's a lot of things that we do that we don't realize that it comes from the motherland. And those are the things that we want to express on that day. That if Guatemala comes, if Colombia comes, I want us to observe that presentation, that this all comes from the motherland, from our brothers and our sisters. But guess what? Africans don't know that we are still carrying the culture. We are still expressing ourselves. And you are no different from us. That's what I want us to see. You see, I don't want you to look at anyone in Panama or in Bahamas or in the United States that we're different. We're the same people. But you don't know that because you've been taught otherwise. We have kept the culture, but not all of it. But that's why we want you to be in Panama for this celebration, because now you are coming to us. We are coming to celebrate with each other, talk to each other, you see, educate each other. This is about education. This is about liberation, you see. This is about us understanding now what happened. Why are we separated? Why did they separate us in such a way? Why did they take away our culture? Because you're powerful beyond measures. When you come together now, you see, that is going to show the world who we are. You see, who we are. This is not about a convention or any of that. This is to show the world that we are powerful. Every time I ask someone in Panama for the last month, they say the only queen they know is Queen Elizabeth. They did not know that there were any African queens and kings in Africa. One person told me that he thought that Africa was a country. He did not know the 54 countries in Africa. We are so miseducated. How is it possible that we can become powerful? You have to know your history first. You have to know who you are first. You see, some of us are walking around changing ourselves, lightening up our skins. We don't want anymore to be who we are because of the oppression. But let me tell you something. What we're getting ready to bring to you, your whole mindset is going to change because you're powerful. You just haven't seen anything to reference to. You see, you don't have a reference. The only reference that they have given you is once a month in the United States, the Black History Month. One day in Panama on the 31st, Black History Month. But see, they have extended it to a month. And that's what they have done to you. Now, this is the time now that we're going to travel from Panama. We're going to travel to the United States. This is a road trip. And we are going to bring the kings and queens, not only to atone, but for us to build with each other. That's what we're going to do.
Oh, this is so powerful. We have to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to continue this conversation with Dr. Melida Harris Barrow, founder of the 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce, the Journey of Atonement. We have several events that are being planned, And we're here talking about the importance of these events as it relates to bringing healing, reconciliation, and opportunity for both the continent and her children. We will have more on the other side of this break. I'm Michelle Malcolm. Stay with us. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors.
Located on Carmichael Road, Divine Designs Hair Boutique is a haven for women and men looking for professional beauty services. Our state-of-the-art and contemporary equipment creates a relaxing ambiance for you to enjoy while we cater to you. Need a hairstylist? We cater to all types and textures of hair for care and styling. We even have a barber on duty. Need a nail tech? Our technicians provide a range of nail services, including the latest trends. Unwind in one of our massage chairs while you get your pedicure. With our reasonable rates, friendly staff, and over 20 years of experience, you will be in great hands. Call us at 823-1669 or 698-1025 to schedule your appointment. Want to be pampered? Want to be slayed? Let Divine Designs make your day.
Looking for an extraordinary junior high school with caring, qualified staff and affordable tuition? Then come visit us at Elite School of Excellence, an affiliate of First Step Academy. ABECA-focused and Ministry of Education approved, we foster discipline, integrity, and wisdom while molding our students for success. Call us at 341-8846 or stop by First Step Academy Schools on Fire Trail and Soldy Roads for more information.
At the Shirley Street Plaza, you'll find Le Petit Gourmet, a small cafe that's big on flavor. Handcrafted delights made with love will not only please your palate, but feed your soul. Call us at 394-1251. 8 to 12 minutes is all it takes for a burglar to rob your home or business. Security Systems International provides professional and affordable solutions for both. Call 396-5000 for your customized quote. Gwen's Alterations provides professional services for all your tailoring needs, including face masks to keep you safe and in style. A stitch in time saves 9. So call us today at 393-6227.
Escape from the city life to Bacon Air Beach Resort in Pirateswell, Mayaguana. Relax in one of 16 air-conditioned rooms just steps away from the ocean. Enjoy scrumptious dishes in our waterfront dining room. Sip on a tropical cocktail, or if you must, stay connected with wireless internet. Nestled on one of the most beautiful beaches in the Bahamas, Bacon Air Beach Resort offers a unique vacation experience. For reservations, call 339-3726 or 463-0182.
Your body's immune system is under constant pressure from things like stress, lack of exercise, and toxins in the environment. It's crucial to be proactive and support your immune system with the nutrients it needs to function effectively. But it's often hard to get these nutrients from food alone. Introducing fast-acting Zinc Plus Immune Support by Longevity. Unlike zinc-only supplements, Zinc Plus Immune Support builds on the proven power of zinc and adds complementary nutrients to give your immune system extra support. Vitamin D helps balance the effects of zinc, while our proprietary blend of natural fruit and root extracts provides the extra help your immune system needs to work against daily stressors. And we've included Longevity's exclusive plant-derived minerals to give your body the minerals it needs, but can't get from food alone. And because Zinc Plus Immune Support is delivered in a great-tasting, sugar-free, berry-flavored lozenge, it encourages quicker absorption of all these nutrients into your body. Zinc Plus Immune Support. Zinc plus the extra support your body needs to promote a healthy immune system. To learn more, contact your Longevity associate.
This portion of GPS is brought to you by Easy Car Sales, home of the electric vehicle. Visit easy242.com and free yourself from gas.
Global Paradigm Shift on Glory 93.9 FM. I'm your host, Michelle Malcolm. My guest today is Dr. Melida Harris Barrow, the founder of the 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce. And we are here talking about the journey of atonement between the African continent and her diaspora, a series of events being held in the coming months. Now, not only will the kings and queens be going to Panama, but a delegation will also be going to Ghana. Let's talk about what's happening there.
Yes, Ghana, the kings and queens are having an event in Ghana. This is going to be the launching for the kings and queens leaving Ghana to Panama. I suggested to the king, His Highness Poliganda, that we definitely have to bring in a delegation to Ghana from Panama, and that will consist of speaking about business. We want to present to the Ghanaian government about the business opportunities that we have also in Panama, but not just Panama, Latin America, the Caribbean, the United States, etc. There's so much to offer. And one of the most important things is that there's so many Africans in Africa that don't know the great opportunities that we have to offer in our regions. So this is why it's important that this event take place. Now, this is going to be October 27th through the 31st. You'll be able to meet the kings, the queens. You'll be able to meet the delegation from Panama. You'll be able to participate in the business opportunity that we have to offer from our country. And not only that, it is time now for us to converse, for us to talk about the future and the future generation. And that's what I'm focusing on. I have to prepare. We have to prepare for our future generation. Every ethnic group does it, except for us. We think of today. We think of what I can get and how I can live in the present. No, this journey of reconciliation is not just for the present, but we need to prepare for our children that's coming. I can't think of just my children and my grandchildren. Of course, we have to prepare for them. And that's why we are in this situation today, because we only think of ourselves. That has to change. That mentality has to change. We have to start building for them, that when they arrive here on this earth, all things are happening from our perspective. And to prepare for them, it takes work. I am just very disappointed in us talking, because I used to do it. Talk about, oh, look at what they've done to us. Look at what they've done this, and complaining. We became professional complainers instead of start talking, but doing. We have to be in action. If we want things to change, we can talk about reparation. We can talk about all that. That's great and dandy. But guess what? We also have to go into action. We have to teach our children how to become the leaders of this world, and not you just being a leader until you die and not give anyone else the opportunity. That's the mindset that we have to change. We have to change the mindset in think about your children, not think always about taking care of your children. You have to begin now to teach them how to continue this journey. And that's what's important that we're not doing. So the event in Ghana is to build that relationship for those that need to be in business. I want us, this is what the 6th region is doing. We are getting ready now to have these webinars teaching you how to start your business, connecting you. We are the bridge now of Africa and the 6th region. There's something I want to add to that, and I might be swaying a little bit, but it's important now that when we say the African diaspora, that also includes those that was taken from Africa, not just Africans that have left Africa for better opportunities. We have to tie them both together. Mm-hmm. Together, we're powerful. If we're only talking about our children that have left Africa and you're asking them to come back to build Africa, tie everything in. Because we need to work together. I'm going to keep saying that. But because of the lack of knowledge, we were taught that the African diaspora is only the Africans that have left, because I've been hearing that for a while, and we need to change that message. We need to really change that message. So the event in Ghana, this is where we're getting ready now to begin this powerful connection. And hopefully we will be going to Nigeria as well. We have our ambassador, Bakare. He's working now in order for us to connect with Nigeria, the Nigerian government, Nigerian businesses, etc. I am hoping also that our government will establish a embassy in either one, Ghana or Nigeria, because it's needed. And we need to establish a Ghanaian and a Nigerian consulate or embassy in Panama. Those are all things that we're getting ready to do, and it's being done as we speak.
Fascinating. If this is successful, not if, when, what would perfection look like to you? What was the vision that birthed this whole movement, and how will you know when you have achieved that goal? What does that look like?
That's such an important question, because I just got through explaining that in another meeting just now. For what I see a lot of problems, a lot of problems that we're having. And I rather gear to solutions than the problem, because the problems we keep repeating ourselves on the problems. The solution is this, and the vision is this. The vision is actually when we come together and we begin to establish relationships with each other in the world, not just Africa, but the African diaspora in the world, you see, then we're going to see an accomplishment. What we're going to see is trade. We can begin to trade with each other. We can begin to build with each other. But the most important thing is, as I said before, once we know who we are, the accomplishment is we were taught lies. And that's what's keeping us oppressed. Once the truth come alive, then we will be free, not physically, but mentally, because they have done a great job in destroying our minds. If it's not on drugs, if they're pouring drugs into so many communities in the United States.
Wow.
SIDA, when I say SIDA, I mean AIDS and Ebola in our nations, you see, oppressed us. Once I see a man or a woman speaking that, you know what, no longer you can oppress me, no longer can you destroy me, because I know now who I am. That will free. Let me just say this, because I have to share this one. This vision came from God, but God had to show me in a dream. And this Black woman, she's short and white hair, and she said, "What are you doing?" And I looked at her and I said, "What do you mean?" She says, "Yes, what are you doing?" "You're not doing anything. Let me show you what I've been through, what we're going through." And I went back into slavery. And I saw so many gross things that it affected my mind and my soul. And I came out of that dream just disturbed. And then before I left that dream, she said, "If you don't free us, we're going to be in bondage for the rest of our lives."
Wow.
Once you free yourselves, she said, then we will be free. So that haunts me every day, every single day. That's why I cannot stop. I have to continue. And those of you that are sitting there talking and talking and talking, I just need you to join me. Because our ancestors, even though they're dead as you think they are, but the spirit is still in bondage.
My God.
We are in bondage. So if you don't free yourself, even if you free yourself, your ancestors, your great-great-great-grandmother will be free when you release all that negativity that we have gone through. And you search for truth. Search for the truth, like I did. And that's why my mind is free. I'm still purging, 61 years, 61, I'm 61 now, and I've been purging. You understand? Because it's going to take a long time. But one thing I know who I am. I know where I'm going. And I need you to join me. I need you to join me to release our ancestors and ourselves. That's when I know that the job is not going to be done, but it's going to continue.
Wow, that is so powerful, Dr. Melida. And you know what? One of the reasons why it's so powerful, I will repeat what somebody said to me. Just recently, I had a guest on the show who really shook me up and ministered to me as it relates to my relationship with my father. And one of the things that she said was, Michelle, if you were able to accomplish all of that you have accomplished in bondage, imagine how much more you could do if you were free.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Whoa.
That's it.
So
that's it.
So we as a people, we have accomplished much, but imagine how much more we could accomplish.
Free. That's it.
If we were free of the bondage.
That's it. That's it. That's it, Michelle. Because look at the work that I'm doing. Look at the work you're doing. Look at the work that many of us are doing. And our minds still, but imagine if you're free. And that's why each day I'm thinking different. I'm evolving because each day something new is being presented to me. Like, why is it that we're still in tribalism in Africa? Why? The mind is not free. Because while you're in tribalism, others are taking and taking and taking while you're fighting, while you're killing your own people. Why? You have to come out of the bondage. And that is such a great point. And that's what I'm saying. I cannot just release myself. I have to tell those the truth of why you are going through what you are going through. Because it's very important how I see how we beat our children. We beat our children like they're slaves. But where did you get that? Those are the things that we need to talk about. Get the switch. I'm going to beat you like the master beat you. You understand? But we got those things is because we're so busy trying to protect our children to respect the master. Because if the master whip you, they're not going to whip you like our mother will whip you. I'm whipping you to protect you. Why should we go through that today? Why? Because we are still doing things from the past. You understand? We're still doing things from the past. We talk to our children any kind of way. We curse at our children. Why do we do that? You see, we have to change the mindset. We don't know how to become free, but you will through the truth. And that's why I am bringing the kings and queens to Panama. You know why too? Because they have history that we don't know. Why we're doing the things that we're doing today. Why are we still eating, like I said, the things that we're doing, the gut of, because those was the leftovers that they want. But then this is what we did to survive. We made it taste better than what they had. You see, so just by the taste, you think it's good. No, it's not. It's destroying our bodies. I had to have a kidney transplant almost 20 years ago. You know why? Eating the things that I thought was okay. I was destroying myself. So guess what? The destruction of Black people in the world and the indigenous people of the world, what's happening is that they don't have to beat you anymore. You're beating up yourselves. You're eating food that destroying you.
My God.
You understand? They don't have to do nothing. You see, because you're thinking that this is it. Oh, I'm eating chitlins. You see, I'm eating the foot of a cow. You see, I'm eating everything that was thrown out and I consumed it. That's why we have high blood pressure, diabetes. We have all these things. My blood pressure is what destroyed my kidney. Many of you don't know that. When your blood pressure high, it is destroying your kidney slowly. Until one day they say you lost your kidney. Let me tell you guys something. This is not about just a journey. This is about truth. We're going to talk about health. We're going to talk about all these things in order to empower us, in order for us to build ourselves back to nature.
Yes.
We're not anywhere near there.
Mm-hmm.
We're not near there. You see? So once we come together, we need to talk about health. We need to talk about business. We need to talk about culture. And we have to do this ceremony. This ceremony is going to be, let me tell you something. This ceremony is the key to the beginning now, not of who we used to be. Because see, we want to go back in time. See, when you go back in time, guess what you're getting ready to do? To start the same thing over again, making the mistakes. We have to start anew, using the culture not to destroy you, but to benefit you. And tribalism, stop. You probably don't even know why you're still fighting. It is time now not to rebuild, but to build something new with now your brothers and your sisters, because you've never had the experience to build with us. Never. That's why I say it can't go back. It have to start from that point, from 18 to the 25th of May. You know why? And we don't have to wait till then, you know. We can start building from now, communicating with each other, talking to each other, you see, about the future, not talking about the past. You already know the past. You already know why you're in the situation that you are in. Let's talk about the future. That's what I say.
I want to read a comment from one of our Facebook viewers. This says, when two brothers fight, the stranger steals the riches.
That's what I said. That's what I just said. That's what I said. You are busy fighting, and they are busy taking all your minerals from the land.
My God.
And giving you an education to oppress you in order to control you. That is what's happening. You don't own anything. What do you own? Africa can feed the world. Why is it you're not feeding the world? Why are you starving? Why are our children leaving Africa to go to Spain, to come to the United States, to go to Lebanon? The young ladies going to Lebanon in order to clean homes and being raped and killed. You understand? Because they don't have no respect. No one has no respect for Africa. Not even Africans have respect for Africa. That has to change. Your mindset have to change. And that's why I am doing what I'm doing. When I knocked the door to Paul Uganda, His Highness, and I said, this is what I want to do. Because I was in a conference of theirs, and I said, I am tired of talking. I don't want to talk anymore. I want to go into action. I don't like conferences because we talk and we leave with nothing. I want journey, because we're going to continue to do. You understand? Conferences, you come and you leave the same way. Okay, you're telling me what to do. Who's going to teach me how to do it? You understand? And that's why we are in this situation. We have to change. This is what's happening, my dear. We were taught to become someone else without the tools. They're telling us, oh, we're going to have a conference about, about this and about stock and about this. And that's it. Are you giving me the tools to get it done? No. So it's a cycle. You're being taught nothing. Because as they're teaching you what to do, you don't have, guess what? The money. You don't have the finances to do anything. So you go and beg the very enemy for a grant to get it done. And when I say enemy, those that's oppressing you. Because everybody is not the same. We want to put every white person in the same basket. That is not true. We have to know who our enemies are. Because enemies don't go by color or by ethnic group. I've learned that. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to come, talk, discuss, and go straight into action. You see, that's why I started the 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce, and we will talk about that in a minute.
Yes, we definitely have talked more about the chamber itself, the role that it plays, not just with this this event and this journey, but other things that you are doing as well. So we're definitely going to talk about that, and because a couple of people have been asking how can they get involved. So we're definitely going to, on the other side of the break, tell you more about the region itself, the chamber itself, and what you can do to become a part of the region. But we do have to pay some bills. So we have to play some commercials. And then when we come back on the other side, we are going to continue the conversation with Dr. Melida Harris Barrow, founder of the 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce. We're talking Road to Atonement today, but so much more. And you're going to learn more about that on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Understanding your microbiome, also known as your gut ecosystem, can change everything you thought you knew about nutrition, digestion, immunity, and metabolism. Keeping your gut ecosystem healthy and balanced is essential. Ultimate Microbiome by Longevity was specifically formulated to optimize this ecosystem. It provides the advanced support your gut needs through prebiotic, probiotic, and postbiotic supplementation. Our unique blend of probiotics includes Lactobacillus and Plantarum, healthy bacteria that can help prevent harmful bacteria from taking over your gut. Increasing your gut's population of beneficial bacteria creates a more balanced gut microbiome, which has been shown to aid in weight loss, skin health, sleep, mood, and may even help with seasonal allergies. Ultimate Microbiome also promotes the production of postbiotics. Postbiotics are key to help regulate your gastrointestinal health. To enhance digestion, Digizyme Multi-Enzyme Complex, a blend of 5 specific enzymes, has been added to Ultimate Microbiome. It can help break down food so your body can better absorb nutrients. Plus, we've added our proprietary I-26 Hyperimmune Egg Powder to aid in the elimination of disease-causing gut bacteria and help your body balance its immune response. Ultimate Microbiome, the scientific, proprietary, and holistic approach to gut health that helps optimize your body's entire gut ecosystem. To learn more, contact your Longevity associate.
One of the things I love about the mailboat is their relationship with Bahamas Air. I can earn travel points on my international freight and redeem them when I fly.
For me, online shopping is easy, with Mailboat's U.S. addresses and regular freight delivery to Nassau. Plus, I can always prepay customs and freight, and they always notify me when my package arrives.
Yeah, a lot of people think the Mailboat is just for shipping, but they also offer a safe and secure storage facility at affordable rates, all in a central, convenient location.
We also offer passenger service into Freeport multiple times per week with a seating capacity of over 450 persons. With family movies on large screens, one hot meal included, and on-board lounge for snacks and soft drinks. We're the Mailboat. We're bridging people, products, and places.
To stay healthy, it's crucial to make sure you get the nutrition you need every day. But it's difficult to get all your recommended vitamins and minerals from food alone. Even in the United States, 94% of people are deficient in at least one nutrient. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 by Longevity is a simple, convenient, and affordable way to help your body get the essential nutrients it needs. It's an advanced plant-driven multivitamin mineral complex that contains certified organic whole foods, trace minerals, and antioxidants. BTT 2.0 supports your body's natural defense system with a proprietary blend of energy-boosting and body-loving nutrients, plus prebiotics, probiotics, amino acids, and enzymes that support digestion. With an unusually high ORAC score of 8,000, you get even more antioxidants to help combat free radicals that can cause damage to your cells. But to get the most benefit and value from any multivitamin, your body must be able to break down the nutrients so you can fully absorb them. Otherwise, they'll just pass through your system without doing any good. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 was specially formulated with synergizing cofactors to ensure you get maximum nutrient absorption. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 is the easiest way to give your body the balance and complete daily vitamin mineral supplement it needs for optimal support of your overall health. To learn more, contact your Longevity associate.
This portion of GPS is brought to you by Tiki Bikini Hut at Junkanoo Beach. Great food, cool tropical drinks, and family fun in the sun. And by BMP Liquidators, high-quality furniture and home goods at very reasonable prices.
We are back. Welcome back to GPS Global Paradigm Shift on Glory 93.9 FM. I'm your host, Michelle Malcolm. My guest today is Dr. Melida Harris Barrow from the 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce. We are talking about the journey of atonement as it relates to reuniting the African kings and queens with children of the diaspora of the African continent. And I want to read a couple of comments before we actually talk specifically about the chamber and its work. This is a comment from John. John says, overcoming that bondage needs thorough working on mindset, starting with our children. African children in diaspora must start bonding with the children on the African land. What are your thoughts on that, Dr. Melida?
I totally agree with the person. We have to start from a young age, our children. I think one of the issues that we are having that I've seen with parents is that our parents are so busy giving our kids the things that we didn't have. And it can become overwhelming. We give them whatever they say they want instead of giving them the education that they need from outside, the history of who we are. And I'm not saying you shouldn't give your kids the things that they would like to have, but I think that we need to put more effort in educating our children. And those of you that are listening to me now, even if you don't know the history, seek it. Seek that history, seek that knowledge in order for us now to teach our children, because they are the ones, when you're gone, they're the ones that's going to still be here. And if they're going to still be here, let me tell you something, it's going to be rough. So that's why you have to prepare them, not always giving them something, but like the gentleman saying, we have to educate them from now. Yes.
Here's another interesting comment I would like you to weigh in on. Emmanuel says, African leaders of today are not nationalistic. They are all corrupt, and the young ones are learning from them. How do you respond to that, Dr. Melida?
Well, I have to say that the person is correct, but I wouldn't lump every leader into that message, because there are leaders in the world that are very corrupt, and they continue to do the same thing. I think what's important for us, the leader that's in office, be careful who you choose to be in office, and not choosing a president because of what he's giving you or promising you. I think that corruption is everywhere. Corruption is in Africa, of course. But you know what I'm doing? I'm bypassing the corruption. I'm going directly to the people. I'm educating the people, and we have a team here at the 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce that are preparing now to come on board to present their knowledge and the companies that they have to educate our young people. So yeah, there is corruption, but you know what? I decided to do something about it with this vision. We have to give the people the truth. I can't keep saying that they're corrupted. We have to do something about it. We have power, we just don't use it.
Strength in numbers. Here's another comment. This one is from John again. John says, some Africans are agents of our enemies. Some Africans are destroying Africanism. Mindset is the challenge. Your thoughts, Dr. Melida?
Yes. What I would say with that is that, and I said it earlier in the conversation, and I said that just because of the color of your skin or of your ethnicity and so forth, doesn't mean that you're my brother in terms of working with me for the cause. There's a lot of people of African descent. Yes, they're working with with others, but it's a sense of money, money, money. We have to now come together. We always want to get paid to do something, especially for our freedom. You know, freedom don't come with a payment. Freedom come because you want to be free. See, when you're working for someone that is trying to destroy your community, you're equally to them. You see, but at the end of the day, always remember you might need us one day. So when you're doing what you're doing to help the enemy, make sure you know you don't have to come back to our community, because the color of your pigmentation doesn't mean anything to me. It's what you do, how you do it, in order to elevate nations and humanity. That's what's important to me.
I have another comment I would like you to respond to. This one is asking for more information. The person says, I'm interested in knowing the requirements for registration for the conference and being a member of the 6th Chamber of Commerce. That's SIXTH.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, let's tell people how they can become a part of this, Melida.
Yes, I'm going to write it. I'm going to type it. I just type it out, info at six. I prefer to type it out. I think I'm in a private chat. Let me go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it in the comments, but keep in mind, we also have a radio audience. So they're not going to be able to see the comments. Yeah, so we have to.
Right. Let me say it. There it goes. The sixth region Global Chamber of Commerce.org. And the 6 is with 6TH. 6TH Region Global Chamber of Commerce.org. And our email is info@6THRGCC.org. I'll repeat that, info@6THRGCC.org. You can reach us at the email and also at our website.
Yeah, we just posted it into the comments for those of you watching on Facebook.
Very good. Very good.
And I think they put it on YouTube as well. But at least it's on the Facebook comments for sure, where you can get more information. So definitely, if you want to be a part of this exciting event, please reach out to ensure that you are involved with this, because it's going to be really changing.
Yeah.
Here's another comment.
Can I say something else? I want those also that would like to volunteer to make this happen, because we're getting ready to invite all the Caribbean countries and also in Latin America and so forth. So we are looking for volunteers as well, those that are journalists and, you know, just every title that you have. And you don't need to have a title. I'm just saying that we're going to need help in promoting, share it with your friends and so forth. We're coming out with a video very soon. And this video is going to show you what the 6th region is about. I'm going to go into that in a minute, and the journey of reconciliation. And also we're having a expo in Panama. I'll briefly touch on that as well.
Okay, but before you do, we have a caller on the line. So let's go to the call. Caller, welcome to GPS.
Yes, good morning, Ms. Malcolm.
Good morning.
Good morning to your very brilliant guest.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning.
Ms. Malcolm, I love this topic, right? But, you know, we have to face facts. The fact is, the third world leaders have run with histories that the winners of wars have written, and we've run with it. So we haven't, I have here before me a school certificate that they use in Africa. There's a book named The History of West Africa, right? It's written by KBC on Rubiko, right? And so it's a history of West Africa. And what we have failed to do, why we see the diaspora is so scattered and have different ideas, is because of the infiltration of Europeanism and colonialism on the continent of Africa. So we see that Africa is the richest country on earth as far as natural resources, but yet still the people are poor. So kleptocracy is one of its biggest problems. There was a report from the United Nations that showed that how much money they're losing from invoicing as far as underwriting like gold and different natural resources that they've been allowed to get away with, because they have personal relationships with investors. All right, so they're actually robbing the continent and robbing the people. And we must realize that this was designed that way by the colonialism, because most of the African countries are cosmopolitan cities. Africa's being deculturized, and it was designed that way. So it'll be hard for us. So the work need to be started. I agree with the lady. We shouldn't dwell on the corruption, but we must start the work throughout the diaspora, not just in Africa itself, because obviously somebody smite the shepherd because the sheep was really scattered. Have a good day.
All right, thank you.
Okay, the end part, not to repeat. What was the end part?
He hung up. He's gone.
Yeah. Okay. The thing is that what we're getting ready to do is for all of us, because all of us can't go to Africa. It's not just building Africa; it's building us.
Right.
You know, and this is not about, because I've heard a lot of times, come to Africa and build Africa. That cannot be done in the sense that all of us are going to come there and build. So what the vision is here is for us to build together. You come, we go. You see. So say for example, cocoa. You know, Africa, they cultivate the cocoa, but they send it to Europe to process. I'm saying, do the cocoa, cultivate the cocoa. You can also bring it to the Americas, to the Caribbean to process. Not only that am I saying that Panama has the second largest free zone in the world that most people don't know about. What do? You establish a company in Panama, you bring the cocoa to Panama, to Colombia, to Bahamas, etc., to process, and then we can redistribute your cocoa in this region. In other words, we're all helping each other. It's not just one helping the other in just one thing, you see. Because if that happens, then we can't grow. You see, we can't grow. We have land in Colombia and all these different Latin American countries that we're not using. I am saying, let's say if you want to cultivate a certain product, you can cultivate it in our region, you see, and then sell it from and distribute it in our region. Because the time that it takes to come from Africa to America and to our region, it would be easier for you to cultivate it in the regions like Jamaica, wherever you want to cultivate it. That makes more sense than saying, I cannot ship this because by the time it gets there, it's going to spoil.
Right.
So these are the things that we're doing. We're building each other. We're building each other in our region, and we're building you, because remember, Africa import more than they export. That's a problem. And what's happening is that I want Africa to come directly where Europeans are coming to export to you. You don't have to do that. Come directly to us and we'll export it to you. You follow what I'm saying? Those are the things that we need to discuss. We need to have a roundtable, which we are working on right now, to discuss the many things that you have been doing when you can do it a different way, because we have the information to provide to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what about the person who is on this side of the world, has a business, has a service, and wants to now export that to Africa? How does that work?
It works by, if you don't have any contacts at all in, let's say, Kenya, and you want to export in Kenya, or you don't have any information on where to export. That's why we started the 6th region. The 6th region is the bridge of Africa. The reason we call it the 6th region is because the African Union with the 54 countries have 5 regions. Africa has 5 regions. The 6th region is supposed to be Africans outside of Africa. That's why I created the 6th region Global Chamber of Commerce. Why? Because we need to begin to do business now with the 6th region. You know, Africans in the 6 regions, all Africans in the 6 region. So by not having contacts, because it's very difficult as a businessman to just go straight into Ghana or straight into any other countries and say, I want to do business. You don't know anyone. That's where corruption might happen. But we have established and is still establishing connections with the right people in Africa in order for you to do business. So we are the bridge. You see, and I felt that was necessary because it never existed. So that's
Right.
why I decided to start the sixth region when it comes to chamber, when it's come to different businesses, contacts, contacting with, business to business, government to government, all those things. So it is best because I know I've had that problem. I didn't know who to call. I didn't know what door to knock. And that's the problem. And they're having the same issues with us. So that's why we started the sixth region. Yeah.
Got it. Now somebody has an interesting comment. I want you to respond to this. Isaac says, we cannot leave President Trump and the Republican Party out. We must include them. Okay. Not
Well,
sure what.
that might be your agenda, but it's not the sixth region agenda.
All right. All right. Yes. Okay. So I'm putting the comment up for those who didn't catch the information as to where you can contact. So the info at 6rgcc.org. That is the address, the email address.
Yes.
And then the website is 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce.org. So that's the number 6 TH Region Global Chamber of Commerce.org. And so I am sure that they would love to hear from you if you would like to be a part of this historic gathering and also take advantage of the many opportunities that will no doubt exist as a part of the chamber. Now, I want to switch gears for a moment here. Would you say, Doc, that this education process that's going to take place as a result of this reconciliation and atonement will actually benefit both ways? And here's what I mean by that. I have heard it said that there is almost a degree of stigma on the part of the African towards the diaspora because they just didn't know or didn't understand, but that there was a certain degree of considering the children of the diaspora less than or not as worthy as those within the continent. Let's talk about that and how this will hopefully help to heal that rift.
Well, that's what the vision is about. The vision is literally about you don't know me to dislike me, or you don't know me to comment on certain negative things about me, because I am from the African diaspora. And I think that that's where the education kicks in. I am African. I was named Afro-Panamanian. I was called a nigger. I was called all kind of names. That is not who I am. I'm simply my descendants are from Africa. And they will say, I'm a descendant from Africa. But guess what? These are all names that they have given us that separate us in the first place. So what we need to do is to educate ourselves. Simply African. I've never heard an Italian say, I am a descendant of Italy. I've never heard from someone from China said, I'm a descendant from China. Only Black people in the world, even the word Black, it's like, why should I call myself just Black? But that's what they called us. That's what we identify with. Everybody refer back to where they came from. We, on the other hand, we have to say descendant. No one else say descendant but us, because we don't know who we are. They do. They know our history more than we do. So we have to change that. We have to stop. Every 10 years or 15 years, we're called something else. African American, African this, or just different names, and we accept it. Who names us? That's the question. It's just like when I said before, I said, they tell us that we can't work together. This is what I said. So for years and years and years, hundreds of years, we can't work together. You ever heard of the crabs in a barrel? I'm so sure most of us have. But this is the big question that we need to ask ourselves. Who put us in a barrel?
Instead of focusing on the crabs, we need to focus on dismantling the barrel.
And the next question is, who does the barrel belongs to?
My Lord. Oh dear. I want to read a comment. This one is from Jamila. Jamila says, as I understand it, the Akashic records are records of our humanity from the beginning of time. We have to learn how to tap into our subconscious past to empower ourselves to evolve the future. She's touching on to something that I think obviously is a very important part of this conversation, and that is the subconscious mind, because our mindset is key to all of this. And your subconscious mind is what governs your habitual behavior, and 95% of our behavior is habitual. And so everything that has been poured into our subconscious mind from the ravages of slavery is still impacting the habits of our people even today. So she has a very important point about tapping into our subconscious past.
Very important.
In order to empower ourselves to evolve the future. Let's hear from you on that.
Yeah, I'm so happy she brought that up, because years ago, as I was starting to find myself, I had to do a lot of meditation, and all the things that was given to me on earth, I had to go within myself and deal with the subconscious, because I noticed that when I meditate, new things are coming, not from someone that's teaching me, but from my subconscious. And I ask myself even sometimes, how did you come about asking the kings and the queens to atone to their brothers and sisters? Because you don't think about those things all the time. But it came into my dream. It came in my dream, and that vision came from God through my meditation. So as I meditate, I'm discovering that the subconscious is educational. It gives us more than what the world is giving us, and it reveals truth. So we need to go back, and we need to start using the mind more often. We don't think, we just go by what people are telling us on a daily basis. We watch the news and then we repeat everything. It's like we're just going around in circles with no outcome, with no solutions. We are always talking about the problem, but no solutions. But the subconscious have the solutions, and we have to tap into that. I love what she said, and I agree with her, because that's what I'm going through right now. And I love it.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I didn't hear a portion of the end of your response, and I'm hoping that the audience did. But for me, it dropped out. Okay, so here's another comment. This one is from Isaac. Isaac says, our subconscious mind is alive and well-equipped. We just ignore it because we were programmed to believe in the natural. Well, your subconscious mind isn't supernatural. It's just your subconscious mind. It's not some spooky, otherworldly thing. It's just your subconscious mind. What you are, what is deep inside of you, and what governs your thought processes. And it's amazing, because I just had with my team meeting yesterday. For my team of health coaches, we were talking about this very same subject. And one of the things that we talked about is how the reason why people are reluctant to address the subconscious mind, because it's not comfortable to have to look deep within and face some things that you have buried over the many years. It's not a comfortable thing. It can be hard. But as is often said, pick your heart. Pick your heart. Either you can do the hard work of looking deep within yourself to see what has been shaping your behavior, or you can continue to do the hard of living beneath your best self. Both are hard. One hard results in elevation, results in you becoming your best self.
Right.
The other hard, you remain in the condition that you're in. So pick your hard. They're both hard. All right. So, wow, time is already gone, Doc. We have 4 minutes left in the show. I want you to, again, let's talk about how persons can become involved and why it is important for persons to become involved with the 6th
Yeah.
Region Global Chamber of Commerce. And as you speak, I will go ahead and put that information back on the screen for everyone to see what the contact information is. But go ahead. This is your opportunity to pitch the chamber.
Yes. Well, the 6th Region Chamber of Commerce, as I said before, is for us to build a relationship with the African diaspora around the world. When it comes to business, when it comes to, matter of fact, we have a women's program, Global Women of Hearts, that is under the 6th Region. And we also have a youth program, because the youth is important for what we're getting ready to do. This is huge, and the youth needs to be involved. They are the builders, and they are the creators as well. So we need to have them involved. And that's something also that many of us need to do. We need to include the youth in everything that we are doing. We tend to leave them out and expect them to find their own way. No, the 6th Region is empowering women, empowering youth, and so forth. So this event is going to take place, the Journey of Reconciliation of Mother Africa and her diaspora. This is going to be May 18th through the 25th of 2022 in Panama City, Panama. For more information, you can reach us at info@6rgcc.org. And you can also reach us at 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce.org. This event already, the government of Panama is all the ministers agreed with my presentation, and now we're waiting for the president of Panama to give that signature. But it is a go. It is a go. And we want all of you volunteers, those of you that want to volunteer, whether you're journalists and in health, anything that you might want to do with us, let's do it, because this is not an event, like I said before. I want us to just come together and start a new beginning. We cannot, and like this person says, we are destroyed for lack of knowledge. We have to connect to our true source of knowledge. And that is right. You have to go back within. And if you need people to help you to get that in, then we're going to do it. We are a family, you see. I think that people that were enslaved back then, they were closer than we are today. We need to be closer. We need to release from the pain that we are going through. That's why this ceremony is going to take place in Panama in order for us to begin to heal. And that is what we have to do to start. This is not just about business. This is not just about, having a gala dinner. No, this is about for us to reunite again. Because as Michelle was saying, the ill feeling that Africans have, and we're saying it because it happens here. You might not know, but they have an ill feeling towards people of the African descent here in this region, because I've seen it. I've seen it 1,000 times. Stop. We are your brothers and sisters. We are who you are. And now is the time to work together. Thank
Here
you.
in the Bahamas, time is gone. It's 1:00. But here in the Bahamas, we have a saying, all are we as one.
Yeah, yes.
So we definitely have to act as if we are all one.
Yeah.
Doc, it's always such a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you so much. I'm so looking forward to this event and everything else that we are working together with the 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce. Love you and appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here.
Bye-bye.
All right, that's going to do it for the show today, guys. Tomorrow, it's all about Grand Bahama. So don't you miss that show, because Lord knows Grand Bahama needs some of our attention. And we're definitely going to give it the attention it needs tomorrow. I'm Michelle Malcolm. Thank you so much for joining us on GPS today. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everybody. Have a good one.